What's up, guys? It's me. So today we're going to talk about the balance transfer because that's just a common thing that people wonder about and ask about when it comes to paying off debt. If you have a bunch of debt on a high interest credit card, let's just get right into it, shall we? If you have some debt that's on a high interest credit card, like I have about $12,000 on a 16% APR credit card. And the balance transfer is appealing because you can transfer your balance over to a card that has a 0% introductory APR for balance transfers as well as purchases. And technically, since you're not paying any interest during that period, the amount of money that you're going to have to pay off in total is going to be less, right? So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at that today. Currently, the situation is with this card, if everything goes as scheduled, then the payoff is going to be February 2022. And that's just based on this situation spreadsheet we have here, the situation spreadsheet, right? I'm going to move over there. So just to recap real quick, the Chase Freedom card, we paid that off in the very beginning, month one. And then this month we started a $600 fixed payment into this card. So this is happening for the next 4 months. And then on the 5th month, that's going to be paid off. And then all that, what we were paying on here is going to go on to this card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And we're going to pay that down all the way until February 2022. And that's when that balance should be gone. So we're going to run a different scenario here. Basically, we're going to see how the numbers change if we were to do a balance transfer. And in that way, we're going to decide whether we want to do a balance transfer or not. So basically, we can start with the offer that I got in the mail, which was from HSBC. If you watched the last video, you know what I'm talking about. But I got an offer in the mail, an HSBC card which had a 0%. It's basically a balance transfer card because it doesn't have that many other benefits, I guess. So that card is offering 0% APR for 18 months. I'm moving over here. All right. And the fee to get the money onto this card to transfer this balance over there, but then the fee to actually transfer the balance over is 4%. Right. So 4% transfer, 4% of the balance. There's a minimum charge of like $10 or something like that, but whichever is less, 4% of that $10, 4% is going to be, well, I said less. Whatever is greater is going to be the fee. So if we do this option, what's going to happen is that our balance is going to be 12,710. So if we take this option, we have to calculate our new balance and then what the payoff is going to be. So 12,710 times 1.04, we get 13,218 as our new balance. So now to calculate the payoff, we're going to go into our situation spreadsheet, and I'm going to go over there, and we're just going to change this number to be that number we just calculated. And what was it? 13,218. 13,218. And change the interest rate to 0 and keep everything the same. Everything else is going to be the same. And that will change our payoff date to December 2021. So it basically gets us out of debt 2 months quicker if we were to do that. Okay? It's not too shabby. Now, I was doing some more research on this and I found a card that was actually really, really good for doing balance transfers. And it's actually designed, I think it is designed for people who want to transfer the balance over there. And what you get with that is a 0 balance transfer fee, which is pretty nice. Oh, I need to move out of the way. It's a 0 balance transfer fee and a 0% APR for, I forgot what the introductory period is, but it's 12 or 18 months, something like that, right? So that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. What would happen here in this case for us, it would be the balance would stay the same at 12,710, right? But then if we go over to the situation spreadsheet and just keep the same balance as we had before, Control Z is your friend, and then just change the interest rate to 0. Basically what we have is we pay this thing off December 2021 again. So it doesn't make a difference in the time, I guess. But we are paying about, what was it? I don't know. Go a few seconds back in this video and see. But it's less money here. It's probably like $600 or $700 less on the last month. So this doesn't change actually. So I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference whether you pay a balance transfer fee to transfer the balance over versus if you don't, because the balance is going to be it's going to be the same anyway, or the payoff period is going to be the same anyway. So it's something interesting, and it might be worth a discussion. I might end up calling HSBC and saying, hey, tell me more, show me how it works, and I might go for it. This card that I'm talking about here is the Chase Slate Card. So if you're looking for a pretty good balance transfer card with zero balance transfer fee and zero APR for an introductory period, go check out the Chase Slate. But again, I gotta say, right, just because this is a personal finance educational thing, that you gotta actually stick to the plan, right? You don't put the balance on there and then be like, okay, I'm gonna forget about it and just pay the minimum payments because I'm not paying any interest. No, well, at the end of the introductory period, you're going to be in the same situation that you are right now, right? And if you don't pay it off, then you haven't made any progress at all. You still owe the same amount of debt. You got to pay your debt back eventually, okay? And credit card companies, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing they catch on. If you open up a card and do a balance transfer, and then another 12 or 18 months later, you open up another card and do another balance transfer, I'm pretty sure they're going to catch on. They're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. No, you can't open this card anymore. Or no, you can't do this balance transfer anymore. Because it's always up to their discretion, right? I'm not sure that that's how it works. But if I were a bank and I saw somebody just transferring the balance all over the place and they're not really making any money out of it, except for the little 4% balance transfer fee, then I'd probably be like, I'm not going to let this guy do it anymore. I'm just going to let him suffer with the interest. There's one more thing, though, I got to say. This card that I'm talking about here is the Chase Slate card. Okay, it's a really good card. Zero balance transfer fee and 0% APR for the introductory period. So if you're looking for a really good balance transfer card, go check that one out. It's not going to work for me, though, because it's a Chase card as well. And Chase is not going to let me transfer a balance from a Chase card onto another Chase card. It has to be a different bank. It has to be, in this case, HSBC or something else, right? So I'm not eligible to actually use this card. But if you have a balance on another card, let's say like Wells Fargo or something, or Bank of America or whatever, or maybe HSBC, I don't know, then you can transfer your balance over to the Chase card and get these sweet deals. But if you don't, I mean, if you're in my situation, it's not really going to make that much of a difference, right? When you actually pay this thing off in that process, because it's like payoff date is still December 2021 in both cases. It's just that you're going to be paying off a slightly smaller total amount of money off in this case than if you had to pay a balance transfer fee. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye.